Hi, friends. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Shannon, and this is Shannon's Book Nook. And we are coming at you with another weekly vlog. So, I've been working on Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher. I have not read as much because, work tends to get in the way of that. It has been very stressful. It is Thursday and we start school on Monday, and my classroom is still not ready. I have had zero time to work in my room, and I don't have any activities prepared, nothing, because we've been in meetings and trainings and off campus. So it's going to be very stressful tomorrow because we get to work in our classroom all day. And I will be prepping the furniture and just getting everything moved from one classroom downstairs to the new classroom, making copies. Hopefully the printers are working because today the printers were not working. I'm also pet sitting. You saw him sitting in my lap just a little bit ago. My neighbor texted me yesterday and said, "Hey, I'm going on a 4-day vacation. Can you watch Ash?" And I was like, absolutely. I love him. He's like a little teddy bear. He's so cute. But he is a little stressed out right now because I did just go get him and bring him over here, and he's never been here in my house. So he's a little stressed out because it's new. Um, but he'll settle down in a little bit. Yeah. But like I said, I'm reading Terms and Conditions, and I'm going to continue reading that. I also decided to start reading another fantasy romance book called Taken by the Dragon King. And this is a curvy girl paranormal. It is by Amelia Shaw. Um, I am only like 26% into this book, but you know what? It's only like 170 pages, so it's not very long. So the spice, I'm pretty sure, is going to be spicing right from the get-go because this is a shorter book. So I will keep you updated on how I am doing on both of my books. Hello. Well, I am still reading this book. I am on page 330, and I have about 130 pages left. Hi, what's up? What's up, Bubby? Thank you. So I'm hoping to finish this book tonight because, it's Friday. It's the freaking weekend, baby. And, it's the last weekend before school starts. And to be quite honest, I am stressed for the first day of school. So today we had a teacher work day, and because I was moving classrooms, I had to focus on that. And I had zero plans for the first day of school done because I was so focused on getting materials put away and getting the rest of my stuff from the room that was upstairs to the new room. So around lunchtime, had to literally stop putting stuff away and focus on getting at least the first day of school stuff ready and printed and out. So I did that. And thank goodness for my wonderful mama who came to campus and helped me get stuff put away. Because without her, I would not have been able to get anything done. So I at least have day one and day two planned. I have day one and day two planned and ready to go. Day three, four, and five are planned but they are not ready to go yet. Okay. So I'm going to be doing that. Um, I'm not working on that this weekend, to be quite honest. Like, I just don't want to work on any, I don't like to work on school stuff when I'm at home. Absolutely not. Work life balance, you know? So I'm going to finish this tonight, hopefully. 136 pages left. I should be able to do it. And then I am also still reading Taken by the Dragon King. And I am 30, no, 62% into that book. I'm on chapter 17, 112 pages in. Remember, this one is a short, like, novella, less than 200 pages. It is all right. It's a fantasy paranormal romance featuring a Kirby girl that gets taken by the Dragon King, and he basically is like, "Mate, you're mine." Arr. That's what happened, literally. And they have sex all over the castle. It's like when I go to bed. It's like I read this and I fall asleep to it. So I don't know how many stars it's gonna get. So it is what it is. So still reading Taken by the Dragon King. Yes. And then also reading Terms of Conditions. So I will update you when I finish one of the books. So I did it. I finished Terms and Conditions. And, I don't know how I feel about it, to be quite honest. Declan's not my favorite male, feature in the romance book. He is very, very grumpy, and so grumpy that, you know what, sometimes he's just a jerk face, a douche canoe. I A lot of times in the romance genre, the trope grumpy sunshine, um, the grumpy character will eventually do better, but it was like the very end of the book, like the epilogue, before we got to see that with Declan. And by that point, I just didn't care about him. So there's that. But I did love Iris. Iris is a Black woman. She is his assistant, and she agrees to marry Declan when he is trying to, make a contract to get married so he can get his inheritance. He has to be married and have kids, the whole shebang. Well, of course, the whole fake dating, arranged marriage type thing. We know these two are going to eventually fall for each other. They've known each other for a long time, and Iris has some struggles. Like when when she was working as his um, assistant, she would have issues with, time management sometimes, or spelling, and just getting things turned in correctly and on time. And we come to find out she has a learning disability. She has dyslexia. And I love that representation in the book. So I don't know. I'm torn because I liked it until about the 50% mark. And then I was starting to lose interest, and it never really got me back into the story. So, I think I'm going to give it a 3-star, which means when I turn this in for Battleathon, 3 stars is 300 points. And no bonus prompt for this one because there's no royalty or royal word in the title. So 300 points it is. And I am still reading. I'll probably start, I'm going to go take a shower and I will go to bed and try to read Taken by the Dragon King. And hopefully I will finish the last 100 pages. I don't even think it's 100 pages. So shower, read in bed. Maybe I'll finish that one. That one is probably going to get a 3 star as well. But we'll see if the ending maybe can change it. Because right now, that's kind of where I'm leading to. It's nothing special. I'm just kind of meh about the book right now. So I will give you an update when I have one. Good morning. So I finished Taken by the Dragon King by Amelia Shaw last night. I technically finished it last night, but I had to go back in, and this morning I had to go back and reread the last few pages because I did fall asleep and I couldn't remember what happened. Um, I lied last night. I'm going to end up giving this a 2 star. I didn't have a great time with this book, unfortunately. Um, the execution was not done well. I felt like it fell very flat. The characters were not developed. We have Stavrock, who is the male hero in the story. He is a dragon king, dragon shifter, and Lucy is a human living in the human world. She is a plus size curvy girl, which I do like that part, but everything else was just, I felt like the writing was not very good. It was very amateurish, which I hate saying, but and you know what? I did get this book on Stuff Your Kindle Day, and what I've been noticing is that a lot of books that I get on Stuff Your Kindle Day, not all of them, but a majority of the ones that I tend to download end up not being great. Like they end up being maybe a 2 or 3 star if and when I read them. So, will I be participating in Stuff Your Kindle Day anymore? It's hard to pass up some free books, but if you're not enjoying them, why get them? Why download them? So, that's a good question. Will I be participating in that anymore? I don't know. Maybe if it's like an author that I know I've read from and I'm like, ooh, I know I like their work. Let me read that. Let me download that. But most of the time, it tends to be authors that I don't know or haven't read from. So, unfortunately, I only get 200 points for the 2 star of Taken by the Dragon King. And then because we have a royal word in the title, King, I'll get an extra 10 points. So 210 points. We are off to a very rocky start in week 1 for Battleathon. We have no 5-star rated books. We have 1 4-star, 2 3-stars, and 2 2-stars. And to be quite honest, with Taken by the Dragon King, if it had been longer, like a full-sized novel, because this book was only like 170 something pages. If it had been longer, I probably would have ended up DNFing this book because I just was not having. I mean, I was reading it to just finish it and get it read. And so that's just not the way you want things to go. So moving on, what am I going to be reading now? I'm actually really excited for both of my reads that I'm going to read since I did finish both of my books yesterday, technically. Today, I'm going to be starting 2 new books. Now, obviously, I'm going to have to like put some time between it. But the first book I'm going to read is The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. This is a thriller. I like going into my thrillers blind. So I'm going to get into the book. And then once I get into it, I'll come back and give you a little bit of a synopsis when I have an idea of what's going on. Because I feel like sometimes the synopsis on the back of the book gives too much away. So I'm going to go in blind. The other book that I want to start, oh, by the way, The House Across the Lake is an audiobook on Libby. I am excited for it. I just, I need a change of pace. I've been reading a lot of shifter romances and romances in general, so I just need a change. So the other book I'm going to read is going to completely negate what I just said about romances. So I'm going to be starting Mile High by Liz Tomford. I have heard. Wait, you want me to stop talking? You want me to stop talking? Oh, thank you. Um, so, what was I saying? Goodness gracious, you made my brain go poop. I don't know what I was saying. Liz Tomford. Okay, so I've heard good things about this book, and it is a sports romance. I have read the third book in this series, so I know that the couple in this book are together, and I know certain details about their romance, but not everything. So I am excited to read this one. It is one of my 5-star predictions. So I'm hoping that it comes through, that I am right, and this ends up being a 5-star. So when I have more information, I will come back and give it to you. I don't know how much I'm going to actually be able to get read today because, I mean, the first part of the day is going to be fine. I plan on vegging out on my couch. This week was stressful and very long, and I just kind of want to veg on my couch for a little bit. But around 2 o'clock, I do have a pool party slash game night, which is going to be like a birthday party, birthday get together for one of my friends. So yes, I will check in when I can and when I have more information. I'll talk to y'all later. All right, so I have gotten about 2 hours, 2.5 hours into the audiobook, The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. Riley Sager, I don't know why I said it like that. So interesting choice for the mother. So anyways, let me tell you a little bit about what this book is about. So we have Casey Fletcher, who is a disgraced actress. She was recently fired from her job because she showed up to the Broadway play as a star drunk. And she was basically fired after she could not perform. And she is an alcoholic. She will not claim that she's an alcoholic, but she definitely is. And Casey's mother, who is also a famous actress, has banished her essentially to their Vermont lake house and said, "You need to figure your stuff out. You go here, sober up, clean up." So instead of sending her to rehab, she's going to the Vermont lake house, where, oddly enough, a very tragic accident took place recently within the last year that has caused her to drink more in the most recent days. Yeah, so I find that interesting. That's an interesting choice. Why are we sending Ash? Come here. The joys of puppy sitting. So why are we sending her to this lake house and not rehab and not therapy? So yes, she is currently making friends with the couple across the lake, she is kind of spying on with her binoculars. Um, And it's Catherine Royce, who is across the lake, and her husband, Roy, I think is his name. Roy Royce. I think that's his name, which, whatever. Um, they have an interesting relationship. There's a weird dynamic going on there. Just all kinds of interruptions. What the heck? I'm gonna have to go turn that off. Pause. Okay, sorry. So, as she's spying on the couple across the lake, she notices that Catherine is swimming in the lake, but Catherine seems to be having trouble. And so Casey goes out to rescue Catherine. And then this friendship kind of evolves. So that's where I'm at. There's definitely something creepy going on. There's also another guy, two other guys. One is Dune, I think his name, or Boone. He's in one of the other couple's houses, like remodeling the house for them. And then there's Ernie or Ernest or something like that. And he's kind of brings Casey her bootleg alcohol that she's not supposed to be having at the house. So it's interesting. I'm going to keep reading and we'll see what happens. Well, hello. It is Sunday evening, almost 6:30, and just doing a little check-in. Tomorrow is the first day of school. So today I went shopping for new work clothes because it's been a couple years since I have restocked my closet. I am terrible about buying new clothes for myself. New clothes, new shoes. Like, I am not a typical girl, I guess, because I hate it. I hate buying. I'm a big girl, so I hate trying on clothes because everything just fits so different. And I'm at my heaviest, so I typically have to wear sizes that I have not ever had to wear before, which is frustrating. So I went shopping. I went to Ross and I went to Kohl's because we are on a teacher budget. And I found a couple of things at Ross, two tops, and then at Kohl's we went big. So we saved a lot of money at Kohl's because it is tax-free weekend, which is awesome. And I just realized I cut my leg while I was shaving and I am bleeding everywhere. Lovely. I'll clean that up in a little bit. So it has been a little bit of a hectic day because I also went ahead and showered, and so I can do my hair tonight because our start time this year is very early, very early, and your girl is not a morning person. So if I want to look any semblance of put together at all, I'm going to have to get my hair done or do my hair the night before because otherwise it's not going to get done and it's always going to be in a ponytail or a clip. So that's what I'm doing tonight. And then tomorrow morning, I might do a little check in before I leave and do like a this is me before the first day of school. And then when I get home, you know, I'll do the this is me in the end of the first day of school. So we're if you're the praying type, pray for the teachers who are beginning school, who have already started school or will be starting school sometime this week or next week or on. First week of school, there it is stressful, it is exhausting. So let's get on to a reading update, okay? I have been reading Mile High, and I am only about 14% in, which puts me at chapter 8, page 62 of Mile High. We have Xander, who is on the hockey team. Yeah, the Chicago hockey team. And then we have Stevie, who is a flight attendant She is a crew member on the team's private plane. And Xander's and Stevie's first interaction is quite hilarious because Xander's is quite full of himself. And Stevie is not, she doesn't care about who he is. She's like, your celebrity star status does not do anything for me. So, and she's a plus size girly, which I do like. It doesn't actually say she's a plus size girly, but she does talk about her weight and that she is a bigger girl. Now, is she big, like plus size, or is she just like 20 pounds over? I don't know. But I am loving the interaction between the two because their banter is quite hilarious. She kind of just wants nothing to do with him, and he is like, I'm your boss, babe. And she's like, no, you're not. So their interaction's kind of funny. And then I am, let's see, how far into the audiobook am I? I'm also listening to The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager, and I'm about 58% in. So I've got about 4.5 hours left. This one is interesting. We got a unreliable narrator, I feel like. I know I've already talked about her. She's definitely an alcoholic who doesn't think she's got a problem, which is why I'm saying she's unreliable because she's definitely got a problem. So, and now Boone, I think that's his name, which is a weird name. Boone is one of her neighbors, and he's a former cop, which is really convenient. Let me just say that. So I don't know how I'm feeling about this book. Right now, it's okay. It's nothing, it's definitely not my favorite Riley Sager at this point. We'll see how it goes. And I'm going to keep reading for a little bit and then go do my hair and call it an early night because your girl has to wake up at like 5:30 tomorrow morning. Man, that humidity don't play. It didn't look like this morning. So I totally forgot to do this is me before the first day of school. But this is me after the first day of school. I am so tired. So unbelievably tired. I didn't even have time to go to the bathroom, which is usual, to be quite honest, for teachers. No potty break. I didn't even have time to eat lunch. It was very go. So on my way home from work, I stopped somewhere so I could get something to eat because I do need to eat something because I have medicine I need to take. And now I'm going to read. And I'm so happy. Like that start time is, it's going to be a struggle because we start at 7:30. That is the 7:20, sorry. 7:20 is the tardy bell. Teachers, have to be there at 6:50 a.m., which means I have to leave my house at like 6:30, which means I'm waking up at like 5:15. It's going to be rough, but you know what? That dismissal time kind of makes up for it because I was already home by 3:15, 3:20. It was nice, especially because every year since I've been moved up to junior high, it's 4:30, close to 5 o'clock before I'm getting home on the first day of school. It was nice. I liked it. Did I read anything today? Absolutely not. No. I haven't read a dang thing. So that's what I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to eat my food. I'm going to watch a little bit of either Schitt's Creek or Big Bang Theory, and I'm going to read a little bit more of The House Across the Lake. I'm a little bored with it, to be quite honest. The pace is slower. I'm a little bored right now. The other book I'm reading is Mile High. I need to read a little bit more of that. But yeah, I will check in with y'all later. Good morning. So it is 6:18 and I had to stop at Starbucks because it was 11 o'clock before I fell asleep last night because my brain would not shut off. I'm on my way to work after Starbucks because, we got to be there really early. It's not even light outside. It's still dark. So fun times. But I wanted to check in real quick because I didn't have a chance to do it last night. I did finish The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. I ended up giving it 4 stars. The pace in the middle was a little bit slow. I could have used with a little bit more happening. I was a little bit bored while our main female character, the amateur sleuth, is trying to figure stuff out. But just because the pace was a little bit slow, I still enjoyed the ride. The twists were twisting. Was this my favorite Riley Sager? No, but it was better before. It was better than Home Before Dark. But this one has, and I can't really give too much away, I didn't like the first twist where we find out kind of what's happening with Catherine. And I'm trying to figure my lighting out here, so sorry. But I didn't really like the twist when we find out what's happening with Catherine. I didn't like how that was weird to me. So I did finish it though. I put it in for Battleathon and got 400 points. No bonus because it's not a royalty in the title. That's okay. 400 points is 400 points. And I am still reading Mile High and really enjoying it. So I'm going to keep reading that. And I'm going to get my Starbucks and go to work. I'll talk to y'all later. Hello. So I feel like it's been a while since I've checked in with you to let you know how I am doing. It's Wednesday evening. It is 4:25. I did not check in at all yesterday afternoon because, I got home and immediately went to bed. That second day, third day, tired was no joke. So whoa, almost threw you off. A little bit of an update. Okay, so I am still reading Mile High because honestly, I do not have time to read right now. And when I get home, I'm so tired that I just veg on the couch. I do my happy color and I watch TV and I eat and I literally go to bed. I'm so exhausted. But I am 45% into Mile High. I have read 214 pages and I am still really enjoying this book. Xanders and Stevie are so cute and they are definitely starting to ramp up on their romantic connection. Their chemistry is off the charts. I'm really loving them. But Xanders, he's a little full of himself at the beginning, but you learn very quickly that it's like a persona that he is putting on for the public. That is really not who he is in his own space and his private time. So getting to know Xanders on a different level, like that man. And I looked up some fan art last night, I think, and I mean, some people, the way that, I mean, I was kind of visualizing Xanders and Stevie that way. But man, Stevie, some of the fan art of Stevie is just, she is gorgeous. I love her, and her sass and her, just her banter with Xanders is so much fun. I'm hoping that when I finally finish this book, I can start The Ruin of Kings by Jen Lyons. This is a chunky one. She's a little brick. Uh, and you know what? That is some small print, but I love that it's floppy. It's a floppy paperback. I also have the audiobook on Libby ready to go. So I need to start it soon before my hold, because it's like 27 hours. That is a long time for an audiobook, so I need to get started very soon. So I'm going to eat dinner. I'm going to watch some Big Bang Theory. I might read a little bit, do some Happy Color, and I might catch some sprints tonight. Maybe I'm hoping some reading sprints are on. So if I have something to update you on, I will be sure to check in later. Hi. So it's Wednesday. No, it's Thursday. Oh my gosh, it's Thursday. Okay. So this is the closing out of my weekly vlog because I forgot to do it last night. I fell asleep, didn't wake up until 9 o'clock, and then I was just too tired to even deal with it. So it is Thursday evening, afternoon, and I'm closing out this vlog. Do I remember what I read in this vlog? Absolutely not. No, I don't. I know I read a Riley Sager book, The House Across the Lake, and I was working on Mile High, and I'm going to be quite honest. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep putting out weekly vlogs now that I'm back at work. This was the first week of school, and I'm going to be quite honest, I just am exhausted, and I'm not reading as much as I normally do when I'm on break. So the next vlog that I put out will be a NetGalley, part of the NetGalley series that I have been working on. I'm going to be putting out episode 2. I'm going to start working on that. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to put out a vlog every week because, to be quite honest, it's probably going to be boring. And since I'm not reading as much, I don't have a lot to say each day. So it's kind of pointless right now. So I'm going to do what I think is best and not do weekly vlogs when I'm in school, at least right now. Maybe if I can get a handle on things and I'm not so tired, we'll come back to this. But I think I'll just have like a vlog series focusing on NetGalley books and ARCs, and that's it. I'll still put out like my TBRs and my wrap-ups, but I'm not going to be able to do weekly vlogs. This is just, it's not going to work out the way I want it to, so it is what it is. But thank you so much for sticking around for this long. If you've made it this far, don't forget to like the video if you liked it and subscribe if you want to. If you want to leave me a comment, tell me what you've been working on this week. What have you been reading? What have you been watching? What have you been up to? Just leave me a comment. I want to hear from y'all. And I will see y'all next time. Bye.